here to talk about how a distributed fleet of microreactors operated as microgrids can help provide a transformative shift into lowering electricity costs, raising grid resiliency, and championing the clean energy transition. The US faces a critical challenge. Energy is fundamental to a vibrant and growing economy, yet when we look at the expansion of data centers and the onshoring of energy-intensive activities, the grid was made for a different era. We start to see its fragility in terms of rising electricity costs, transmission lines that can't be built, and a real question around some of the resources. And lastly, how I got involved in this challenge as a veteran is desire to help all service members. The Department of Defense spends $4 billion a year on installation power, and 50% of loss of life in Iraq and Afghanistan was tied to protecting these fuel complexes. In the face of these challenges, the energy markets are undergoing a transformation, a transition to energy at the local level. And our vision is a distributed fleet of microreactors operated as microgrids that help incorporate a portfolio of diverse energy solutions that help raise the overall value. And fundamental to this, unlocking this future, is fuel-independent, resilient microgrids. So our solution provides 4.65 megawatts in a series of ship containers. And I'd like to remind people that microreactors already exist today. We're about 6 miles away from MIT, where there's a 6 megawatt research reactor. It's not connected to the grid, it's only for research purposes. But it kind of gets you in the thought process of these microreactors. There's 31 universities around the country that are operating these systems safely. Our current focus is on defense and exploration microgrids, and a natural extension of that is university campuses, data centers, critical infrastructure, with the long-term vision being a distributed fleet of microreactors around the globe. I'd like to highlight some of our early traction just to kind of understand where we are. So we've been in discussion with a European-based data center provider that's looking to the Northeast for expansion. We have strategic partnerships in Worcester Polytechnic and UMass Lowell. And earlier this year, I had one-on-one with the Minister of Energy in Ukraine and senior government officials in Poland. We're a pre-seed company. We got initial venture backing by New Ventures. It's a venture company, venture VC company in Manchester, New Hampshire. And in terms of the business model, here's a case study that we put together for the Army. And it's demonstrating full life cycle ownership. At scale, we will provide electricity at 3 cents per kilowatt. And that doesn't include some of the business model expansion. When we start talking about capacity payments, profit sharing for some of the digital application and the hosting that we're performing. So here's where we sit within the competitive landscape. Starcube differentiates itself in terms of our fuel source, our regulatory strategy, and our partnerships. Overall, it's pretty important, as I mentioned, in terms of the universities that's running a university system, concurrent with onboarding our first institutional buyer. The path ahead lies in 6 milestones. We're currently wrapping up our teaming sprint. We'll transition to our design sprint, where we're elevating our design as is and submitting our regulatory application. Onto the team. We're drawing from backgrounds in nuclear submarine, myself, radiation health monitoring, and also utility scale energy generation. Our team will continue to grow, and I'm pretty excited about some of the upcoming talent that we have supporting the team. I know we're tight for time, and I'll be happy to answer any questions afterwards, but happy to share a future kind of point of view in terms of how distributed fleet of microreactors can help drive the clean energy transition. Thank you very much.